Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel on Teacher Alison Fang. Before we get started on the video, I would like to let everyone know that me and Wei Chenyan, we will be collaborating and hosting a webinar on the SPM KSSM English on this very month of May. So if you're interested in joining, I'll be listing out the Google form registration link in the description box below. So be sure to click on the description box to register for free. And I hope to see you in this SPM KSSM webinar. But now we are going to get started. So basically today our essay title is about a person whom I admire, and this will be a SPM Magazine article because there are plenty and different new formats and writing styles when it comes to the new format of SPM this year. So who is the one person that we admire the most? As y'all can probably guess, this month we have a very special celebration, which is Mother's Day. So perhaps we should write about that person whom I admire. So I hope you're getting your papers and pens ready because we're going to get started right now. Later, when you're doing the essay, you will realize that the white color stands for the grammar of the article. When we are writing an article, usually it's mostly present tense, but perhaps we are mentioning certain storylines that are already in the past. Hence, we are using a mixture of present tense and past tense. All right, present tense and past tense. Moving on, we are going to be using blue to stand by as our linkers in the entire article. Red will stand for our vocabularies, our idioms, our phrases. We'll be using red color. And for the final one, we are going to use green as a quote because, a good essay always start with an amazing quote or maybe a suitable and relevant proverb. So right now, let's get started. When it comes to writing SPM's magazine article, number one is to have a catchy title, or maybe not catchy, relevant, but eye-catching. Relevant, but eye-catching. So today we are writing about the person whom I admire the most. So in conjunction with Mother's Day, our title will be My Mother, My Admiration. So this is the person whom I look up to, and it is written by yours truly. It was written by me, Alison Fang. So you can incorporate your own name. And remember, every article requires a title, every article requires a relevant and perhaps eye-catching title. My Mother, My Admiration. If you have other article title ideas, you can comment it down in my video below. But right now, we're going to get started. So, number one, when we're writing an article, we have to first introduce what is admire. What is the definition of admire? Or maybe why are we writing about our mother? So, I incorporated some Chinese meanings in case you needed the Chinese meaning, but if you don't need it, it's fine. You can learn Chinese as well and listen to teacher's explanation. So, number one, we are going to start off with a quote. Mother is a real blessing of God upon this world. Then slowly, we get into the introduction, like we are writing about someone whom we admire. So virtually everyone has a person they admire. That's very true. I admire many people. One of the people I admire is Ivanka Trump, Elon Musk, and etc. Who is the one person you admire the most? I believe virtually everyone has a role model in their heart. Continuing our elaboration. A majority of people seem to admire someone due to their fame or fortune. Yes, me. I admire Ivanka Trump. She is famous. I admire Elon Musk. He is also quite prestigious. So this is a very relevant case study. However, in this article, I do not place any admiration on material stuff. So what is material? Sometimes people, they are dressed so nice, they're wearing a lot of rings, a lot of expensive brand luxuries on their bodies. For this essay, we are not admiring someone for what they wear or what they have or what kind of materials that they possess, but my admiration is reserved. Reserved is like I admire this person and that person is my mother. So I love my mother from the deepest core of my heart. As you probably learned science before, core is like the middle of your heart. So if you truly love someone, you can say things like, Dad, I love you from the deepest core of my heart, meaning I love you very, very much. I revere my mother for her tenacity and loving nature. Revere is like, I respect her so much. I respect Elon Musk. I respect Ivanka Trump. I revere her for her tenacity because she's very hardworking and her loving nature and her determination. But continuing, we are slowly, first of all, we did a case study explanation about what is admiration. Secondly, we are giving an introduction. Who is the one person we admire? And she is my mother, the person whom I worship, perky, charismatic, and the ray of sunshine in my life. So, in our first paragraph, basically, we have covered a few things. Number one, what is the definition or how people misunderstand the meaning of admiration. And secondly, we introduce our own mother. So moving on to paragraph 2, when you admire a person, it's very important to incorporate case studies. So let's say we will get straight into the case study. Back then I was an avid footballer. I love playing football. I participated in a myriad of tournaments, and tada, my mother was always there, come what may. So the meaning of come what may, it's an idiom. It basically means no matter what. No matter what, she's always there. So looking back at a vivid memory, there was this one time I wanted to go to an excursion. However, the trip was super expensive. It cost an arm and a leg. It was basically exorbitant. And I was short on cash. Again, tada, without a single word, my mother worked overtime to help foot the bill, to help pay for the exorbitant excursion, for example. So in this sentence, I've underlined it, there's a rhetorical question here. So this is the relationship between the writer and the reader. Like, readers, can you see how loving my mother is? How could I not love her? She puts my needs on the top of her list always. So it's a rhetorical question. And moving on, this paragraph, we have concluded our case study about why we should admire my mother for her tenacity. Well, her tenacity comes from being very determined. My mother worked day and night to put food on the table. But this one not just really means like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It also means that she's earning to keep the house in order, earning for you as the daughter to live a proper life. She sacrificed every inch of her being to ensure our survival. So every inch means that she sacrificed her time, she sacrificed her sleep, she sacrificed her food, her eats, she sacrificed all of her needs in order for the daughter to live a fulfilling life. So another case study, during the first MCO, she was laid off by the company, and tada, what did the mother do? She puts her daughter's needs at the very top list first. So she was sent to live with her aunt because the mother was concerned with her living conditions instead of her personal well-being. So during those harrowing times are basically times that are very, very torturing. My mother endured unspeakable challenges, unspeakable hardships in order for the mother and the daughter to live a happy life. So right here, once again, we are explaining and telling why do we admire my mother. I lack at words to express her abounding self-love. Abounding is like extremely an abundance, like it can't be counted. It's so big, it can't even be counted by numbers or the size. It is just abounding selfless love. All right. So basically at the paragraph 2 and 3, we're giving like a case study explaining. So but what should we write then? Continuing our article, we should always go back to the main point of having an admirable individual in our very own lives. So My mother is the living example of an angel because the mother is still alive. The stories were using past tense, but right now at the current situation, we are using present tense. My mother is the living example of an angel as she guides me along my life path. We are enhancing our character. Why do we admire her and who she is? She is the only person whom I'm grateful to. Being grateful, you can use words like I pay a bundle of gratitude towards this individual. As this person, I have accomplished plenty of accolades, meaning you have plenty of achievements, but nothing made you satisfied with so many accolades. The one thing is that now you have the capabilities to take care of your mother who is suffering from dementia. In this essay, her spirit has not grown weak, as whenever I visit her, she always constantly tells you, you know what, Aga, mommy will recover soon. I will defeat the dreaded disease, the scary disease, and return home safe and sound. So basically, this is like the current present moment. Like right now, this person, she admires her mother a lot, but the mother is currently facing a issue. So as you all can probably see the flow, paragraph number 1, we are giving the introduction, we are giving the explanation and definitions. Paragraph number 2 and number 3, we are giving the past case studies. And paragraph number 4, we are slowly pulling ourselves into the current situation where the mother has dementia. So in our final paragraph of the article, it is important that we round up everything, but guys, this part I will let all of you to write. So as you can see here, there are a lot of colors here, so bear with me. The blue color is the linker, the red color is the vocabulary. So as for the ending of the article, you can still continue with your story, letting yourself know that, the truth grows in me, that you know that dementia will slowly torture your mother a lot, it will take a lot from her. This is a sentence you can construct, but remember to go back to your most important point. Don't run out of the question. Remind the article, because the article is about who is the one person whom you admire. So again, repeat it one more time. Repetition is important, especially to not let yourself run out of topic. So my mother has earned your deep admiration due to her amazing, outstanding character. So as usual, in our paragraph 5, we have concluded what happened at the very end, the dementia, but you're staying positive. Secondly, going back to the part that you admire her. And finally, for the entire roundup of the magazine article, who is the one person whom you admire? It's your very own mother. So as an ending, we will be using a saying, all that I am or hope to be, I owe it everything to my mother, because she is the one whom I admire. Hence, it is rightly said that mother's love is the fuel that enables a normal human being to do the impossible. And that is a amazingly beautiful ending for your SPM magazine article, because the magazine article only wants two things. Who do you admire? And that person is your mother. Then write it to a point that the whole essay is all about your role model, the one person who you really truly admire. All right. So basically, this is the whole essay. For the final part, I was thinking, if you are very yearning to learn, I want all of you to write the final part of the essay by yourself. However, if you want teacher to help you mark, to give you a few comments, and you want the full answer, feel free to finish the entire essay. You can write it in your iPad, in your book. You can make your own notes. So step 1, you can write this essay. Step 2, take a picture, a boomerang, a video or story, and post it on your Instagram social account. And you most certainly must tag me at Teacher Alison Fang. Once you have tagged me, I can either help you mark, and at the same time, I'll send you the full PDF answer of this very paragraph. All right. So remember, guys, diligence is the mother of fortune. So if you want to get A or remain on top in English, practice makes perfect. practice makes permanence. So this is the very end of our SPM Magazine article, A Person Whom I Admire. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to share to your friends. Follow Teacher Alison Fang on my social media, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.